What a scene, a spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome everyone to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. That's reeled in, it's Price. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Making a play like that to open the drive can really get the momentum going. First down from the 43. Going with the ground game left. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll go to the ground. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big four-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Cook. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Really good job by the defense, understanding third down, the situation in the game. I play a little bit deeper, take away the sticks, react to shorter. I got to go get him on the ground now. Nice job making the tackle, but playing the down and distance first, and now forcing a fourth down.
Leaves it with the back. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. And the Gamecocks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. With that play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
From the gun, the give, looking for room. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
or at least a one-on-one to the outside of the field, and that's what they had. The quarterback put air under it. The receiver shows off his speed. They make the catch, and it's not just a big first down. It's a touchdown. That is a momentum-changing play.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for space. It's Price. Past the first down marker and still running. Breaks into the open. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
To throw, it's Hawkins. Snagged in the middle, it's Wheeler. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program.
This is enormous. Give the guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that. Dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed. The measurables there. This guy should be an impact player day one.
The Sooners pick up the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Sategna. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Or will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for the score.
Yeah, it had touchdown written all over because nobody was covering it. It'd be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know you guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department there.
And he makes the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield on first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
He's looking deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
That's a really good break on the football. He sees the ball come out, and he hits it right as he's catching it. Nice job of dislodging the football from the receiver. That's a good play by the defensive back.
Hunt is on its way. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. The give to the back. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line.
Well, he's able to make it easy after that catch, and I think his speed is something that just scares DBs to death. When you think about great Oklahoma receivers recently, guys like CeeDee Lamb, Sterling Shepard, Hollywood Brown, DBs gave them so much cushion because they were afraid they were going to get run by, and I think that's how defenses treat this guy too. With his speed and his playmaking ability, he scares you to death, and that cushion helps him out tremendously.
The Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Oh, he's got a chance. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of the...
Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Bringing it back. Crosses midfield. Past the 30. Oh, that was a terrific return as he takes it to the 9. And they were most fortunate to catch up to him there. He almost turned that into a pick six.
Man, and he had a convoy, too. As soon as he had the ball, he just looked around him. There was just a lot of open green, and he took off. Great job by his teammates on defense, getting downfield and setting up some blocks.
Quarterback making adjustments. They'll go to the air. Looking to get it in. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. The Gamecocks will hustle to the line. Marches ahead. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough. And now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Wants to go up top. Touchdown Gamecocks! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's recap that ACC matchup that has just gone final. Stanford managed to eke out the victory in a tighter than expected one. And they'll savor this one in Palo Alto for some time, no matter the final score. We expected to see a shakeup in the ACC. It's bound to happen in this kind of game. But this type of win is a serious statement.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Looking to pass. It's Hawkins. Here's the pressure. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
That is not good news for this offense, guys. I mean, the defense only brought 3 on that play, and they were still able to get after the quarterback. This O-line has got to play better.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Looking to buy time. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Sooners decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop and they'll mark it at the 39. Opening play of the drive from the 39. They'll try the right side. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Now the play fake. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And he's got it inside the 25. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. They got the explosive play now to finish the deal. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. From the gun, the ground game. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. And the Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up. Quick release by the QB. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Love the individual effort here by the wide receiver. After he has the ball, able to make people miss. You see the speed as he goes in for the touchdown.
2-point conversion attempt is coming. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Two-point conversion attempt is on the way. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air. It's Hawkins. Looking down the middle. It's caught. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Lethal weapons all over the field. That has been the standard at Oklahoma for several years.
I mean, so many guys, and they built this offense on space and speed, and it's the playmakers out wide. Listen, they've had great quarterbacks, but if you don't have guys outside that are going to make plays, obviously it makes it hard to move the football. These guys, they make it easy.
Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Oh, they're after him. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
Picks up the first down, still moving. Turning it on. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Sooners.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss, and you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. He might want another play. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Yeah, you can tell the timing wasn't great, and quarterback and receiver not on the same page, but when you're going to miss, don't miss towards the DB. You definitely want to miss out towards the sideline so you don't get yourself in trouble.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Gamecocks want to move quickly. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been 3rd down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
That one comes out hot down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. So now it's 2nd and long. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. The offense changing the play. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Got him downfield. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, South Carolina. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it in style with a 57-yard toss for 6. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Hawkins. Got it on the outside, it's Washington. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. On the ground, it's Cook. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the catch. It's Cook. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. 3rd in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that 3rd down play, it's just too many yards to gain, and now they're forced to punt.
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on 1st down. He turns that loose down the right side. He's got it on the outside. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking downfield, it's Hawkins. He's got it. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. They've been overwhelmed so far in this first half, but if they could muster a score, maybe a glimmer of hope.
Yeah, and I know it's been a struggle. They've been struggling this whole game, but let's get something positive going into halftime. Coaches won't yell at you as much, but they got the first down. Now let's put the pedal to the floor, go a little faster, cut into this lead.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Here's the heat. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you've just got to take off and get it.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Might be changing the route. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Fires to the middle. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get into the 33-yard line.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive.
Oh, he's got some space. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy, he makes a big play. Yes, please.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. USF is piling up the points here today. They've opened up a massive lead in what's shaping up to be the kind of blowout neither side will soon forget. They're up by 24 over Charlotte. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Give to the running back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Price. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Back to throw, time running short in the half. They get to him as he throws. He's got an open man. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. The Sweet Feet buy a little time. He'll be run out of bounds at the 14.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Back to pass. It's Hawkins. Pressure coming. On the run, still looking. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. He's looking to pass. He'll throw it. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
And the offense will stay out there for 1 more play with 1 second remaining in the first half. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Sooners will line up to kick off and start the second half. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. to adjust the pattern. Wants to go up top on first down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Makes the grab inside the 30. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option play.
Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, South Carolina! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. Well, this receiver is making this passing attack look like it's going against air.
No doubt, it does. It looks like it's on air. I tell you what, you got to find a way to rough this guy up a little bit. Be physical. Make sure he takes a toll instead of all these big plays he keeps making. Make him tired, physically dent him a little bit, make him have to work a little bit harder than you have been.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes.
And the Oklahoma offense will take over 1st and 10.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Back to the ground game on the left. There he goes. Big run from deep in his own end, and he's out of bounds at the 28-yard line. Now on first down from the 28. Might as well give it to him again. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And after your defense just went out there and gave them a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
The Sooners with the 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And how about the bomb, the long field all the way across the field. Big-time play, big-time throw. Receiver runs underneath it, takes it to the house. Huge play for this offense.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Quarterback may change this route. They'll start this drive with a pass. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Intercepted.
And And his QB's put up a lot of numbers today and had a lot of success, but man, he makes his first mistake. And this defense, they finally capitalize. They get the big turnover and stop.
Yeah, they needed something to go their way finally against the pass, and they get it right there. Now, if you're this quarterback, you got to turn the page quickly. Obviously, they're not going to stop throwing the football. They've had tons of success with this game tonight so far. He's going to be able to have to bounce back from that interception.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
It'd be interesting to watch this offense really down the stretch because they can't really have that balance, especially when they're going backwards. Like, they're down, they've got to put up some points, got to get some stops. I think this offense has to be aggressive, and I think it's going to have to be through the air.
Got it! And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. And with that, and it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And the Sooners are on the move. Here we go. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Sooner. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. To the air on first down. He slings it deep to the left. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, quarterback trying to get aggressive, trying to take a shot deep down the field, but just not on the same page with his wide receiver as the pass falls incomplete.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He wants to change this route. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Catch in the middle, it's Harper.
It's a bang-bang play, running a slant. The DB's draped all over the wide receiver. He's got to make a contested catch, but he shows really strong hands on that one.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Oh, a lot of space. He's at the touchdown, Gamecocks! And the pummeling has started.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
And he puts through the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American fellas. Let's show you what's going down. USF is dominating this one thanks to an offense that's done whatever it's wanted since the opening kickoff. They're up by 25.
And now the ball is knocked free. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they get the ball right back.
Because of the big collisions on kickoff team, you don't see a lot of that in practice. You don't do that because you don't want to get each other hurt. A lot of open field, big collisions, big forced fumble, big momentum play created.
They'll try it over the left side. Jukes his way for more. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
And the Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. The Gamecocks will try to move the chains on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The incomplete pass, fourth down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Scanning the field, it's Hawkins. Rushes on him. They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2. And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. And the Gamecocks come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving.
That's the end of the third.
After swapping into the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. He fires one deep over the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Fourth quarter, huge lead. I'm not really sure why you need to take that kind of shot.
You don't. You definitely don't need to. You can run the clock. You can run the football. You can make sure that you're playing it safe and conservative. Or you can just go for rub it in your face, eat that. You know, I don't like the other coach.
The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Punts it out of the air. They'll get him stopped at the 34. season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Vols will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Blackwell. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They'll leave it with him. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time late in the season.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Quarterback keeps it. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. He hurls one deep down the left side. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that.
Breaks into the open. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Florida State.
That is how you get your playmaking wide receiver in the game early. First series, they scripted this. They want to get him the football. They get him the football, and he does the rest. Gets the big touchdown on the opening drive of the game.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the points come in a lightning strike, a 70-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Fielded in the end zone, it's Carter. He's not even going to make it to the 20, much less the 25. He'll mark it out of bounds at the 18. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. At the 35, he's loose. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
After that last big gainer, they'll put it in play. 1st and 10 from their own 49. Dropping back, it's Aguilar. Quickly to the tight end. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time. And
turning it on! They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Tennessee loves relying on the big physical backs like a Jamal Lewis, and this guy fits the mold.
Yeah, guys you just didn't want to tackle. I mean, guys that run angry all the time, and it's a mindset. When Tennessee has that mindset, the fans go crazy, and their teams are usually their best squads.
And the Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Fires downfield. He's got it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
And the Vols are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And he'll be stopped for no gain. Still sitting at the 3-yard line.
This is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball?
Touchdown Volunteers! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he added the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Give to the back. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front 7, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
And the Noles now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. That's caught. It's White. He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Kick is in the air. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. 15-yard line. Handoff from the gun. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up and get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll try the run. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective, trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the door. They'll try to run for it. Oh, he's got some space. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know they're running the football. It's just a matter of who's getting it and where they're going. But this offense, it really didn't matter. Nice job up front, nice execution, picking up not only the one, making it an even bigger play and getting the first down.
The Volunteers will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Aguilar. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down.
Love that throw there. And I remember as a Gator playing against Tennessee, you knew as a quarterback you were going to have to bring your A game to the park because of who was on the other sideline. I played against Peyton Manning, and I played against T. Martin, who won a national championship there. They have a legacy at that position. And this guy for Tennessee, he has a chance to be the next great one.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Got his man on the right. And he'll be out of bounds on what turns out to be the final play of the first quarter. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Here comes the heat. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
Man, you cannot coach this to quarterbacks. Hard focus downfield, soft focus around you. As soon as he felt the lane, he was gone. No second guessing at all. That was picture perfect, and he uses his speed to just gash the defense.
And this is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you know you got to run the football more. Well, this defense is #1 in the nation against the run. So I look for this offense to be more physical, be creative, try to find ways to run the ball against this defense that is so dynamic.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They want to run this quarterback. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Flushed out of the pocket. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. You just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get sets?
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. It is perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the catch at the 20. Touchdown, no! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Well, they worked the play action, and he had his guy outside one-on-one on the go route, and there was no question who was going to be getting the football on this one. Phenomenal job stacking the defender on the route. He gets in behind him, able to make the catch way down the field, and then run it in for the touchdown.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for the big return there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 28. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. They'll give it to the back. Got the first down and still on his feet. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
Well, you can see why Rocky Top is so excited about this guy. He's a home run waiting to happen. Not only can he run you over, but he can run around you too. This is an offense that doesn't only have to throw the football to win games. They can run it and they can get explosive plays because of this guy's speed and skill set.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll move the tight end. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
This is a designed run. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
Just going to keep it after the snap. And the stiff arm was strong, but the defense was stronger, and they stop him for a short gain.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
Right down the middle. A strike downfield. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
Man, they could have flipped that field in a hurry, right? They've given up some yards. They're sitting in their own red zone. A chance to make a big play. Yeah, he could have made that interception and could have flipped this field.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Aguilar. Pocket breaking down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
That is how you get it done. 3rd down, it's the money down, right? We've got to be at our best. How about the monster sack on 3rd down?
We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Just drives it between the uprights. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
They just find ways to find the big fellas. Those big tight ends are huge targets for the quarterbacks. The throws are usually in between the numbers. That makes it pretty easy. Usually sure-handed guys like that just come across the field and make plays for you.
Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Gets it to the back. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Fires one high and deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
And that's a good idea for this defense. I would be covering him too because he's already had a day's worth of yards. The big play out wide, man, they are finding him and he's making productive plays. So good job by this defense recognizing that guy's not beating me anymore.
Here they come facing 3rd and long from the 40. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Looking for a man. It's Aguilar. Zings it complete to the right. Powers through the defender. There he goes. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
Running backs are wide receivers. They do such a great job nowadays out of the backfield. All you got to do, dump it to him. Get it to him quick, and he'll make the rest happen with his running back skills. But they do so much work with wide receivers in practice that they basically have become wide receivers now.
Finds the tight end. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. They'll try the right side. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound. The war chant on third down at the Dome. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Matthews. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your...
Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. Touchdown, Tennessee. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Really nice job on their final drive of the first half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance, excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
It's so much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield, it's Castellanos. Quarterback now breaking the field. Did the work himself. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
Nice job by the QB. You can tell they want to push it down the field. They want to be aggressive on first down, which I love, which is really hard to stop from a defensive standpoint. But does a good job scrambling outside the pocket, picking up the first down, and then saving his life. Good job. Get out of bounds.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air on first down. Unloads to the right. It's complete. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Just enough time to get off one more snap. Got to get everyone set. They spike it to stop the clock.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. Field goal is good. A lead down to just 3, 20-17. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. the Knowles will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Starting this third quarter on the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on third and long from the 28. Back to pass, it's Aguilar. Under fire. Got his man. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any kind of look, and it paid off for it.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
The Vols look to keep this drive humming. Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Handoff to the lone back. Plows through the defense.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dope. To the air, it's Aguilar. Throws to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
Well, I think on that play you saw why.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. And the Volunteers trying to cash it in on first and goal. Sends it back in motion. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, not a lot of space down here on the goal line when you're trying to run the football. You might want to think about going to the perimeter or maybe throwing it next time.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Buys a little time with his feet. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Quarterback now has to make sure his guys are dialed in. You can't make any more mistakes. Giving up a negative play on second down by the goal line, you've got to be really smart with this football.
On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. Guys, a missed opportunity there. The lead is still 3.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar, those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
Finds a little space. Breaks into the open. Ripping through the defense. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. They almost took that thing end to end, but now they have to finish the drive with a score. Quarterback making adjustments. Gives it on the option. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Touchdown Seminoles! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
When you have so many playmakers on offense like they do, they can score quickly. You just saw it right there.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it has gone final in the ACC, a matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Virginia took care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week, and the end result was a focused group of Cavaliers that fired on all cylinders. Never know what can happen when 2 good teams face off, but even the most plugged-in ACC fans have to be surprised by this one, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Hands it off. Hard running there. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affected the football game.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on third down at the dope. To the air, it's Aguilar. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. They make the stop, but the sweet throw-in catch is plenty to give him a first down. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
Looking downfield on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you can see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Makes the grab. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And it seems like every time they throw it, it's first down time in Tennessee.
First down time, and then let's go again. Let's throw it again. These offenses are not afraid to throw the football. When you got a trigger man you trust, let it rip.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Bring in the heat. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And that's how pressure on a quarterback can affect the passing game. They were able to get after him on that play, and as a result, the QB made a bad decision, forcing that football into double coverage.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Aguilar. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but has held really strong, put up some good numbers.
Leaves it with the running back. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. And the Vols come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. On the move. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And that's such a good job by this defense. This offense is trying to find a spark, trying to get back in this football game. They're trying to be aggressive. The defense answers, and now you put your offense in a beautiful position to go out, execute a really good drive, and put a little distance between the other squad.
This drive will open from the 15. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get hats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have 2 hands on it this drive.
They'll move the wide receiver. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Castellanos. Fires to the tight end. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up fourth down. The Seminoles will send out the punt unit.
On to kick it away.
They'll try to get him on the fake. And they roll the dice, and it ain't snake eyes. They pick up the first down.
And so many times when you're studying the other team and their defense and what they're going to do, you know there's certain looks you're going to get into. And I think they saw one they liked, snapped it to the up back. He catches the football, gets north and south, gets the first down. Nice execution on the fake punt, baby.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Got enough for the first down. At the 40, there he goes. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
And this is a situation this offense trains for. Having the lead late in the game, running the ball to ice it. They're just bleeding seconds off the clock. It's been a beautiful drive so far. And the defense, even though they know they're going to run it, they just can't stop it.
And the Seminoles have this offense rolling. They'll run it. Nice move there. Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through.
Picks up the first down. And he'll step into the end zone. Holds down Florida State. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Aguilar. With the catch, it's Thomas. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Volunteers want to crank the tempo. I know you want to take what the defense gives you, but at this point, you have to push the ball downfield a little more, David.
Yeah, and that's exactly what the defense wants you to do. Check the football down. That's what they're going to give you, but we need scores. Down multiple scores. Got to push the ball down the field and take more chances.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Got it in the middle, it's Staley. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The Vols come to the line with a new set of downs. They just keep firing. Fires to the wideout. He makes the catch. He'll work his way down to the 28.
This is an offense that has skill, and they've got speed, and because of that, this defense, they can't lull themselves to sleep. They've got a big lead here late, but they've now given up back-to-back big plays. They got to put the clamps down.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. This juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, honestly. After that incompletion now setting up third down, you've still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of this spot. Nice execution by this defense.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8.
And with that kick, man, we got a one-possession game. Here's the good thing. Good news is you got all 3 timeouts. So you can kick this football deep, use your timeouts, save as much time as you can to give your offense a chance to go win this football game.
He's able to sneak his way across the 20 and steps out at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Running to the left. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. He might want another play. The give on the option. Turning it on. Made a defender miss. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be